Welcome to Between Batches, where life happens between batches.
We're two friends figuring out life in what we lovingly call our queenager era.
I'm Ashley,
And I'm Danielle.
so while something is coming together in the kitchen,
we're talking about everything else.
So let's get into what we're batching today.
And what are we batching today?
We are making brownies.
Brownies and burnout. That is our topic for today. You gotta have chocolate if you're talking about burnout, right?
Yes, and we're gonna do our best not to burn them.
That's right. And because we are not recipe makers, this recipe is courtesy of Baker's Chocolate. It is actually the original orange box Baker's Chocolate brownie recipe. So before they came out with the one bowl recipe that is in the package now, I've been making it for years and it is one of my favorites.
Yes, it's a great from scratch recipe. So in this big bowl, we have 4 eggs, and we are going to whisk those together.
Okay.
And then we are going to add, gradually add the sugar. Maybe.
Sugar. All right. I'm going to be the gradual. I don't know how well that's going to work.
It's fine.
Tend to not be super gradual.
And we've already melted together the chocolate and the vanilla, as well as the, oh no, we didn't add the vanilla in there. The chocolate and the butter.
But we have pre-measured everything out. And as always, this recipe will be in our show notes for you.
Yep. So once we have the eggs and the sugar mixed together, now we are going to add the chocolate mixture.
So I don't know if you have ever melted chocolate and butter. Can you see that in your microwave? My kitchen right now.
It's like the best smell.
All right, but this is still warm, so whisk hard so that we don't
cook our eggs.
We don't curdle them. Make scrambled eggs because nobody wants scrambled egg brownies. That's just gross.
Yes.
I mean, okay, true confessions. I would probably still eat them because it's chocolate, but it's not the desired effect.
Outcome. Yes, we're making brownies, not scrambled eggs today.
Correct.
So
oh my gosh,
mixing
it smells so good.
This is a great little arm workout too, kids.
It is, and this is going to be a hard one to like do our table talk through while they're baking because holy moly, does it smell?
Yes.
Delicious.
So we'll add the vanilla.
Beat it for a minute?
Sure.
Okay. Give your arm a break.
I'll add the vanilla. Maybe.
And we're using vanilla bean paste because it's my new obsession. I love it so much. Better than regular vanilla.
Yeah, that's what I buy too.
It just gives it such a deeper vanilla flavor, don't you think?
It really does. I agree. Yes. And then we will add flour and baking.
Do you want to put the baking powder in there?
Yep. Baking powder and salt and flour is all mixed together. And then we're going to whisk that in little portion at a time.
Oopsie. Pretty sure that just went on my floor. You know what? The dog will find it later and it'll be like a little treat. And it'll be great. And then I don't have to mop my floor.
Exactly.
I don't know what I'm going to do when we're finally like dogless because
I know this is not the topic today, but we lost our dog a few years ago, and I very quickly learned how much the dog helped clean up.
True story.
And then we got a puppy.
Okay, I'm gonna let you finish that with the spatula because it is getting thick. And then the recipe actually says to put it in a 9x13, and it makes like a thinner, lacier, like super yummy brownie. Depending, I know this is gonna spark a debate. We should probably put this as a poll. Do you prefer centers or edges? We are both edges people, and my hubby and Bug are edges are center people.
Oh.
So I never use this pan, but I have this pan that we're going to use. It's not quite 9x13, so they're going to be thicker, but that's okay. That goes in like this and makes all of the pieces
of the edges.
But since they're not here,
we can have all the edges.
We can have all the
edges.
edges.
Put that thing in there first?
No.
Okay, I was like, that seems confusing.
Okay.
Here, I'll let you go ahead and
okay.
I'll hold the bowl. She'll spread it in, maybe, and
we'll do our best.
We'll get these brownies in the oven.
And if they bake over the edge, okay, it's fine. I do find that as baked goods go, brownies are fairly forgiving, which is part of the reason why I like them. If your measurements are a little bit off, it's not the end of the world like it is for some baked goods. They're just easy. and delicious.
And the
Let's
batter is really good too.
What else could you ask for? Easy and delicious.
Yes. And so we're going to
Okay,
stick
so I'm
this
gonna stick
little
this thing
thing
in.
in there. Ooh,
Oh,
that's fun.
that's cool. Show them. Fun.
Super fun.
Okay, and we're gonna put this in the oven at 350 for how long? Do you remember?
25 to 30-ish minutes,
Okay, perfect.
and we'll see you at the table.
Yes.
So welcome to the table.
Yes. And what is our topic today?
Our topic today is burnout, which is kind of heavy.
It is.
But yeah, we wanted to really dive in because I feel like it's not uncommon. Um, I don't want to say at our era, but we'll go with our this era
I
of
mean, you
life.
can say it.
Yeah, and I also think we'll just jump into this question. Do we normalize being too busy and stressed out?
1,000%. I think not only does society normalize being burnt out, stressed out, overly
Yeah,
busy, I think they actually like award it and like
I agree.
applaud it. And they're
Yeah.
like, if you're not burnt out and busy, you're not doing enough. And I'm like, what is no, that is not the
Yeah.
point of life. Like, who wants to get to the end of life and go to meet Jesus and be like, hey, God, I spent all my time burnt out and busy and miserable?
And yeah, I no, I completely agree with you. I think that it is definitely like almost celebrated and
Yes.
I don't function well when I stay in that um
Area.
level, yeah, that
Yeah.
area. And so yeah, we just kind of wanted to jump head on and talk about this. So when was the last time you felt burnt out?
This one is actually going to be an easy one for me to answer. It was about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago because time,
Yeah.
whatever. Um, and hubby and I were on a actual walk, not a golf cart walk, if you watched the last episode. And I was walking because I wasn't angry, but and I was frustrated and I was overwhelmed and I didn't know what to do. And so I was like, I'm going for a walk. And he was like, can I go with you? And I'm like, I don't care. So he did, which was great. And I just remember I was walking and I was like, nothing is working. Like I'm at
Mm,
my limit. I am maxed out. I
yep.
Nothing is helping right now. I can't do any more. I can't give any more and it's still not right. And I was just completely overwhelmed.
Yeah, at your limit. I kind of felt that this last weekend. So as we're recording this last weekend was my birthday.
Happy
Um,
birthday.
and my hubby was out of town for work. And one kiddo had a track meet in the morning, one kiddo had a volleyball tournament in the afternoon. And I'm sure you guys all have kids that do multiple sports. If you don't, you probably have a friend who does, so you can like feel that.
Yes.
And so it was like running from one place to the next to back home, which is about in 55 minutes from both of those locations.
Right.
But it didn't make sense to stay in town. And there was just a lot and it felt like it was piling up. And I had to just go take a minute and to reset. And yeah, it it is not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's not easy.
No, I remember on that walk, I told hubby, I was like, everything feels hard right now.
Yeah.
Everything. Dinner felt hard. Going for the walk felt hard. Having a day, just everything felt hard
Yeah.
because it was just,
Yeah.
and sometimes they're self-inflicted things and sometimes they're not,
Absolutely.
right? And
Yeah.
sometimes they're within your control, sometimes they're not. But sometimes it just does. It all feels
Yeah.
hard.
Do you have a telltale sign of when you're like, okay, I think I'm getting close to my
So
max?
I'm not super proud of this, but I get very snippy.
Mm,
I get very serious. Everything becomes a big deal.
So I would say that I find myself, I don't know about snippy, but definitely getting short. And
Hmm.
it doesn't take very much for me to want to like bite back or raise my voice. Having a kiddo who processes things a little bit differently. Well, I just think this is teenagers in general. It
Oh,
takes like
they're fascinating.
7 times to tell them
Oh,
something
yeah,
before they like
minimum.
hear you.
Hmm.
And oftentimes it doesn't they don't hear you until you raise your voice, and
Right.
then why are you yelling at me?
Right. Because I
Um,
said it 14 times and you didn't
mhm.
listen.
And so I definitely find when it only takes like 2 times for me to elevate my voice,
Right.
that I know I'm getting close to that limit and I need to take like a reset.
Mine is the island. So, hubby and I have been discussing lately that that is a very good barometer of how well I'm going to hold
Okay.
my poop in a group. And if there is mess on the island, like it could just
Interesting.
be stuff, but if they walk in and just set stuff,
Hmm.
I immediately can feel it start to like come up because now it's something else I have to do.
Yeah,
Right. So if I want to cook anything or make a drink or do the dishes or do it, I have to clean off the island first.
right.
And so it just adds another thing. So we've had a lot of discussions in our house lately about how if you want mom to be happy,
Keep the island
counters
clean.
need to look like nobody lives here.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, so the next question, do I admit when I'm overwhelmed or do I pretend that I'm fine?
So up until the breaking point of like tears and walks yelling everything's hard, I completely pretend that I'm fine.
I do too, and I will find that this is also a telltale for me. If I am saying I'm fine, I'm like,
You're not
"Oh, I'm
fine.
not really fine," which I think most of the husbands out there know that that is
Yeah,
a
if a woman
telltale
says she's
sign if
fine, she's not
we're
fine.
not fine. But yeah, I definitely and then once I am overwhelmed, I am willing to be like, I'm overwhelmed, and it usually does come with the tears, and I am asking my spouse or my kiddo like, "Hey, can you take some of this off my plate?"
Yes. So I love that you said that because one thing that I feel like so when you were actually having your week last week, I was like, is there anything I
You
can
did
do?
ask
And
that.
I felt bad asking because I know when I'm in that place
Mhm.
and somebody asks me, my response is always no, but thank you for asking. And it's not because I don't want help or need help. It's
Yeah.
because I am so in the thick of it that I can't think of what would be
What I could
helpful.
give you to be helpful. I agree completely, yeah.
And so if you all have a secret out there of
Yes.
when you are in that, like how to allow people to help you. And I know that not just us, but other friends that I have around when they've been in the thick of stuff, I am always like, please let us help you.
Yeah.
Please let, and they can't tell me what they need. And I don't think it's that they don't want help. I think it's that they can't think of anything that would be helpful.
Yeah. And I know like when my husband was on an extended like work trip, I got a lot better at asking for help, but I think at that time in my life, one, we were living closer together.
Yes.
But two, I was also maybe more organized than I am now. I'm
Oh,
not sure. I
really?
don't know how to phrase it. Like I knew I was working full time. My kiddos were in a private school and there were just maybe the things that I needed help with would be more obvious. I'm not sure, but I think that like when you asked me this weekend, I don't even know.
Right. Which is fair. Like, I've been there and I felt bad asking, not because I didn't want to help, but because I knew where you were.
Yeah,
And I was like, I know what her answer is going to be because it would be my
yeah,
answer. And I was like, I wish I could just magically think of a thing to be like, hey, if I do
yeah,
this, will that be helpful? And I
yeah,
couldn't even think of like what that would be.
yeah.
I think it's one thing like when your husband was gone for, 9 months to a year at a time, that's a little bit different because then there's obvious things that he does in
Right.
those time periods, lawn mowing and repairs and
Yeah,
cars and things like that. But when it's just a moment, it's
right.
harder to
It
be
is.
like,
So
hey,
maybe
jump
that's what
in
it was.
here. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think you were less organized. I
yeah,
think it was just different.
yeah. Just a different phase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So I mean, I feel like that is kind of how we show up for each other.
Yeah.
As well as like, hey, let's bring the kids over and let them do their thing and let's go do our thing. Or even we are today. Like let's just sit down and have a drink, even if it's water and coffee.
There's also the phone calls where you pick
Yeah.
up and you're like, "Hey, friend," and all you hear on the other side is sobbing, and you're like, "Oh, okay, we've done this before. Like, what
Yeah.
level of this? Is this
Where are we at?
frustrated? Is this actual disaster? Like, where are we at? What can we do?"
Yeah.
Um, and
And
so,
those FaceTime phone
yeah,
calls.
oh, the FaceTimes are so good for that. I think that's helpful. I have a love-hate relationship with text messaging.
Me too.
I find that I tend to be an emoji overuser because I don't want my tone to be misconstrued in a text message. And so, especially if I know somebody is stressed out, so I know personally when I was texting you this weekend because we had some business things to discuss,
Yeah.
I was like overly using emojis because I was like, I'm not angry. I just need to ask. And I know
I
you're in the thick
know.
of it, but I still have to ask. And it was like one of those
Yeah.
things where I was like, smiley face, love you.
Laughing emoji. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I agree with you on the texting, like, just and it's hard sometimes to, like, properly communicate,
Yeah.
especially when you are stressed out and like, on the edge of burnout or burned out,
Yeah.
to properly communicate and, communicate what you need is hard when we're in that. I
It
think when I'm in
is.
that
It is for
place
me
too.
too, because people say that, and I'm like, and then you start running through what needs to be done, and you're like, but I don't know who else can do these
Yeah,
things. It doesn't make sense for somebody else to do them. And maybe that's what we need to get over. Maybe it doesn't have to make sense for somebody else to do it if they just do it. I don't know. Like, whether
yeah,
that's, can you pick up dinner? I'll Venmo you, or can you take a kid here, or can you, I don't
yeah,
know, go let my chickens or my dog out. I don't know what the answer
yeah.
is.
Yes, I don't know what the answer is either, but we would take all of your, like, ideas in
Yeah,
the
I mean,
comments
if
as well,
that is not our question of the day, but please,
but yeah,
like,
let us know. Anyway.
what? Yeah, I mean, or maybe you just need someone to come sit with you in it. Like, I had that thought too. I was like, maybe I just need to go down there and sit with her in the hard. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
Would
just
that
wasn't
have been
home enough
helpful?
to well, I wasn't home enough
Well, I
for you to
know,
come
but I
sit
was
in the
going to
car.
go down where you were,
Oh, maybe.
but I didn't
Yeah.
know if that would be more overwhelming.
Well, for me, I probably would have overthought it because you were gonna have to pay to get in, and you were gonna have to pay for parking, and you were gonna have to, like, all
Okay,
those
so
things.
then this makes me think of another thing. Do you remember we used to say this in another lifetime? Don't write somebody else's story for them.
Yeah.
And so I feel like when we have that tendency to be like, well, they're not going to want to pay to park, and they're not going to want to have to come in through the traffic, and it's a 45-minute drive, and da 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 da. I haven't said any of that,
No.
not a piece of it. And I would
Right.
be like, hey, I don't have 45 minutes and $25 or whatever it
Right.
is to do that right now. I love you. Next one. Um, but you wrote that in your head.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know, just something like food for thought, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway.
What is your guilty burnout coping habit? Do you have one?
Hmm.
What is it? She said.
Doom scrolling.
Um,
It's bad for your brain. It really is. Like, there is no
mhm.
good that comes from doom scrolling, and it is a vapid time suck. So, okay, wait, I have two then. I have a healthy one and an unhealthy one. So, my unhealthy one is the doom scrolling. Like, not just like sit there and scroll for a few minutes, but like lock myself in my bedroom and waste an hour or more.
Okay.
Like heavy doom scrolling, which thank goodness I don't do that too often, but it has happened. And it will probably happen again. Let's be real.
Yeah,
My
absolutely.
healthy one is I grab my Bible.
Mm, that is a healthy one.
And there are days where I am sound minded enough and clear headed enough to be like, Danny, you
That's
don't
what you
need
need to
social
do.
media. You need your Bible. Get your read your Bible.
Yes, I'm trying to think of what my guilty one is because I know that I have like several, and it is probably turning on a show that is not like, let's just be real. There's a couple
Say it.
of
We
them.
both watch it. Say it. Just
Okay, The
say it.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is one of them.
It's so bad, but it's so good.
And I will do that with like clean laundry piled up next to me sometimes. And I'm like, I know I should be doing that instead of doing this, but I'm doing this. And sometimes while I'm watching it, I'm also doom scrolling.
Well, I mean, we can multitask.
Yeah. And then my healthy one is taking a really hot bath. Sometimes with a book, sometimes with bubbles, sometimes with a glass of wine, which I don't know if that then makes it unhealthy. But
I would
um
say no, as long as it doesn't turn into like a couple of bottles of wine. I think you're fine.
yeah, so I love a good bath. Sometimes with a face mask.
That's so
Yeah.
yummy.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we have a question for our listeners.
We do. Our question on the table today is, what is your burnout personality? Do you shut down? Do you spiral? Or do you power through? Ashley, what's your burnout personality?
I think that my burnout personality is a combination of shutdown and spiral. I I think that outwardly I'm shutting down, but in my head I'm spiraling and I'm thinking of all of the things that I still have to do
Yeah.
and all of the things that I was supposed to have done. Like the pile of clean laundry that's sitting next to me on the couch.
Yes.
And I just really have a like I can have a hard time like getting myself out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you?
So I think I'm all three, but it's like a phased approach.
Okay.
So when I start to feel really burnt out and like everything is hard, my first like knee jerk is shut down.
Mhm.
And that, I mean, hard. Like I will not return text messages. I will not answer phone calls. I will not because I'm busy, but because I have literally shut down and I am incapable of
Mhm.
movement. And then I will start to, in that shutdown place, spiral. Like,
Mhm.
there's no way I'm going to get all of this done. It's
Right.
too much, blah, blah, blah. And so my brain starts to spiral. And then there is always a moment, usually from some outside force, right? Like
Yep.
somebody's coming home from school or work, or there's an appointment and there is literally no other options but to
Yep.
go. And then I can start to power through. Like, okay, this is temporary. You can do this. This is
Yep.
not the end of the world.
Right.
And sometimes it's self inflicted where I'm like, nobody else knows that that was your timeline. Like,
That's fair. Yeah.
stop it. Nobody has a clue. You're imposing all of that pressure on yourself. And then I can power through it. I would say my probably overarching personality in general is to power through.
Okay.
Gen X kid here, no options, right?
Yeah.
Like latchkey kid, Gen X, like
Yeah, because I
parents had
know
to be reminded at the end of the evening that we existed. Like it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Type stuff.
Yeah.
So you just do because you have to.
Yeah.
But it definitely, I can see all three just depending on where I am in the hard.
Yeah, because I know when I'm in the spiral, I think the only way for me to get out of it and truly I wouldn't say power through, but truly, like,
Get
come
over
to
the
the
hump.
other side is to make a list. And these are the things that have to get done.
Yeah.
And like we talked about on one of our past episodes, sometimes those lists have lists.
100%.
So I know I have to do X and this is how I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Like to get myself to not just power through and still feel burnt out, but to like get it done and feel that relief on the other
Yes.
side of it.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think too, like going back to another previous episode, this is where spouses come in and can be
Yeah.
very helpful. Like, even if they're not there, that ability to say, hey, I want to call you and download all of my day onto you, but
Yeah.
what was your day like? Are you able to do that? And
Yeah.
being truly okay with your spouse being like,
Actually, I'm not.
I can't do that. Like, I need absolute quiet right now.
Yeah.
It's really important.
Yeah, I agree. Having your person. And I think that both of our spouses know the two of us and our personalities well enough that they can help coach us through.
Well, and sometimes they're even like, call Ashley or
Yeah, or
you
you
should
should
call
call.
Danny because
Yeah,
you I'm not going to be able to help you in this moment and you need another voice.
yeah,
Yeah, for
absolutely.
sure. So that's our question for you. Go ahead and comment down below, send us a DM, send us a message on whatever
Platform.
platform you're watching this on. Thank
Yes.
you. Words hard.
Yes.
What is your burnout
Personality.
personality?
Yes. Do you shut down, spiral, or power through?
We would love to hear from you. But now it is time for us to get those brownies out
Yes.
and taste them. I can smell them. So
I
we
can't
are going
wait.
to grab that and we will be right back. Okay. So we're back and the brownies are out of the oven. They look like this. Pro tip, if you use the pan we used, you might want to let them cool completely before you try to get it out.
Yeah.
Or they look weird, but
It's okay.
I love the all edges, like
Me too. Mm-hmm.
crunchy.
They're deliciously amazing. Mm-hmm. Go make
So
these
good.
brownies. They're so good.
Make the brownies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. Should we get
Okay, so let's get into what we're currently craving.
all right? What are you currently craving?
So I am currently craving this headband, which you actually gifted me.
I did because I love it too.
Yeah, they are wonderful. So for those of you who don't watch The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, you put this baby on and look really cool when you are washing your face or doing a face mask, or I mean, if you're one of the members of that show, just randomly out and about.
I mean, sure.
Yeah,
It comes with matching,
it does, wrist
things.
squishy things, so that when you're washing your face, the water doesn't run down your arms.
It catches it. It's so lovely.
And I just love it because I didn't realize how much I needed this in my life until I had it. And it's one of those things that I felt like was kind of fitting for burnout because it's that spa-like reset moment.
A good reset is the best.
So what are you currently craving, Danielle?
My current craving are these collagen eye patches by Abib, A-B-I-B, Abib, I don't know, but they sell them in a lot of different stores. I personally buy mine in a 2-pack at the Costco because it's my favorite club, which could be a whole episode in and of itself. But they are collagen eye patches, and they come with this little spatula to scoop them out, although truth be told, I don't use it most times. And they're super like gooey and jelly, and I love them. I will put them on at night. I will put and sleep in them, which is always kind of fun because at some point in the night they like come off and I find them in random places, which is really funny. I will wear them like if I'm leaving the house, but I know I have like a good amount of time in the car first. I will put them on and drive around with them. I did take my daughter, full disclosure, you forget they're there because as they start to dry, they get really light and you just totally forget that they're there. And I took Bug to physical therapy, and we're really good friends with her physical therapist at this point, thank goodness, because she was like, we're awfully shiny there today, Danny. And I was like, oops, my bad. I got to take my eye patches off.
So I'm going to give you a little like, I don't know if this is a tip or trick, but I use eye patches as well, a different brand. I've never tried that brand, but I like to put them on in the morning when I'm getting ready. And then when you put your eyeshadow on, if you use powder eyeshadow, it catches any fallout that you might have.
That's brilliant. So do you put your eye cream on first and then use those to lock it in, or do you put it on after?
Well, so I'm weird about the eye cream too. I do it after.
Okay.
But I do only very light eye cream in the mornings because I have fairly combination to oily skin, and so the eye cream that I use at night is different than the one I use at day.
And I love them because as skincare products go, they're fairly inexpensive.
They really are.
I don't know what they cost at the regular store, but I know at the club you can get them in like it comes with two of these, and it's like I think $25, $26. And then sometimes they go on sale for like $19.99, which is always great. Again, local prices vary, whatnot.
Right.
Not sponsored by Costco, although I wouldn't mind.
You can sponsor us.
But yes, collagen eye patches. Let me tell you.
Yes.
Hydrated. Have you ever stuck them in your hair?
No.
I've done that. Like if you feel like your neck's a little dried out.
Try.
Yeah. Or even your décolleté. You have to use a couple of them because they're not, I mean, they're shaped for under your eye, right? So they're not ideal. But it works in a pinch, and they're not super expensive, so you don't feel like you're being wasteful, which is
love it.
Kind of nice.
Yeah. Awesome. So that's what we're currently craving, and you can find links to everything on our Pinterest page or in the show notes. Okay, so that's all we have for you today. Join us next Tuesday on the next episode of Between Batches.
Yes, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with a friend if you feel like this would speak to them. And we'll see you on the next batch.